so does anybody remember that scary story that we used to tell? We only tell it on Halloween because it's just like so scary and none of us can handle it. It's so weird. I think one of us should tell it. It's so creepy. Well, I think it has to do with devil worshiper woods or something like that. And Halloween night. I think I remember that story, but not very well. We should tell that story. It was like, oh, I think I remember. So 2 little kids went trick-or-treating one night, right? But guess what? There was this house in the woods that they had to tear down because it was so scary of what happened there. Yeah, so they had this house in the woods, the devil worshiper woods, but they had to tear it down because it was so freaky. But 2 little kids went trick-or-treating one night, right? In the woods. I know this one. And then they went trick-or-treating and they came across the devil worshiper house. But then what they didn't know was that the devil worshippers would eat children. They had these 2 pizza ovens. Yeah, these 2 huge pizza ovens. And they put the little kids in the ovens and they cooked them and they ate them. They ate the children. So freaky. Yeah. But then they totally forgot to turn off the pizza ovens. So guess what? The entire house burnt down with all the devil worshippers and the 2 kids that were eaten alive. And not only did the house burn down, but everybody was burnt down along with them. So now when anybody goes through the devil worshiper woods, okay, I'm going to take a break from putting my decorations up because that story made absolutely no sense. First, you said they had to tear down the house because of what happened there. And then you said they said that the house burnt down. How could they have tear down the house and the house burnt down at the same time? That makes absolutely no sense. Your story doesn't make any sense. Really. Yeah, and another thing, how did the trees get there? You said it was in the middle of the woods. If in fact this house was filled with devil worshippers and they forgot to turn the pizza ovens off, yeah, wouldn't like the woods be tear down with them? I mean, that'd be a forest fire. All the trees would have gone away. So like that really doesn't make any sense. How could the trees get there? Well, they must have planted the trees, you know, the people who fixed up the devil worshipper house. You know, that's how it is. Even though that story made no sense. That's a terrible, scary story. I don't think we should tell that story again. But anyways, it was pretty funny, I guess. It was more funny than scary, to be honest. Yeah, and I really don't understand how they can cook the kids and eat them. You said that the house burnt down with everybody in it. Why wouldn't they just, like, I don't know, go outside while the house... Yeah, if the house really was being, like, set up in flames and being burnt down, couldn't they have just, like, opened the door and walked outside? That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so that story didn't make any sense, but it was kind of funny. If the house was being burned down in flames, yeah, they totally could have just walked outside, all these devil worshippers. And it's pretty scary how, well, you know, till this day, they still hear the demonic laughters of the devil worshippers. So you better be careful going into those woods, because that's scary. Actually, these woods are actually near our house too. So we better be careful, because here at Halloween Town, those devil worshiper woods are scary. You don't want to go there. Well, it's Halloween. You're supposed to get scared on Halloween. And if you eat too much candy late at night, you will get scared. So it's guaranteed we're going to get scared being there. That's for sure. Okay, well, I'm outside right now, and I overheard that story that they were saying about, like, the devil worshiper woods, and I'm looking around, and there's trees everywhere. Are they talking about these devil worshiper woods? I think so. It has to be. What other woods is there here in Halloween Town? Pretty scary. But, yeah, that story didn't make any sense. How could it burn down and be tear down at the same time? Yeah, seriously. And how did the trees get there? Who replanted all those trees? Doesn't it take, like, 100 years for trees to grow? My goodness, that story made no sense. Yeah, but the devil worshippers are still living in the woods, if you didn't notice. Even though they don't have a house anymore, or pizza ovens, I'm pretty sure they're still there. So it's kind of scary. Why would they have pizza ovens? Think about it. If you live in the woods, how on earth would you transport 2 pizza ovens into the woods? That really doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any logic at all. When would a pizza shop give away their pizza ovens to some random house that's in the woods? It doesn't make any sense. Even if they ate the children, I mean, like, you could have just, like, Okay, it's kind of gross. I don't really want to imagine cutting up children, eating them. That's disgusting. That's not even scary. That's just disgusting. Yeah, this story was kind of like funny and then gross at one point, but I guess it's funny. Anyways, is anybody really planning on which team they want to go on? Because we got to plan. Yeah, we got to totally plan our Halloween costume. All of us have to go on our tablets right now. I'm going to send a message to everybody, and we all got to choose which team we're going to be on. Because, well, the scavenger hunt is going to happen on Halloween night, and we got to find scary items so we can light the jack-o'-lantern, whichever team wins, that is. So we all got to choose what team we're on. We all got to choose the Halloween costume we want to be, and then on our tablets we'll go ahead and post that so everybody can find out what we're going to be. That's going to be lots of fun. Okay, I think I know what I want to be. I just don't want anybody taking my costume. But I know there's like 4 or 5 people in each team, so it should be fine. It should be pretty good. I think it's going to be scary.